Collective flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. Today we're reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hello collective, how you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store, all that information is in the description box below. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, don't forget to grab your copy of your book here, Ink and Emotions, a poetry journal. This book is readily available for you or for purchase on Amazon.com. Okay, the information is posted consistently in the community board and then also in the super chats as well. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So this is a channeled message here, and the channeled message here is they tried to frame you with bad habits. Okay, so in my dream state, I saw the family dynamic up against one person, or i.e. the collective. And you collective, you're a very, very, very different individual that really just tap to your own beat. You really don't allow other people to try to sway the way that you do things, the way that you feel, the way that you dress, just basically you in general. Like, you don't care about the opinions of other people. And these family members here does not like it because it goes against the code of this bloodline, family dynamic, nuclear, whatever connection, however you want to call it. So they all came together to devise a plan here to see if they can get you back onto the dark side or get you on the dark side. So when I said get you back on the dark side, they had some moments where they would do things towards you here to incite some form of a very tumultuous result or tumultuous response from what they're doing towards you. Basically saying like that they would try to get you riled up. They'll try to put you in a predicament or a situation where you feel like the only thing you can do is just like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like release all this anger. Like they wanted it to boil, or they wanted you to boil over because they just love to see you in that manner there. So in my dream state, I saw different types of sins. So I saw like sexual sins, I saw drug sins, I saw like prostitution, like I saw all different types of different sins here. And I saw the collective in, you know, in the forefront of it all, and it had all these different paths. Now there were 7 sins, but there were one more path that was completely blocked, and they did that meticulously because they did not want you to take the path least traveled. So they made sure that they created all 7 of the sins there to ensure that it is very, very, very possible that you're going to land in one of those paths or areas or whatever. Something told in the dream say something, I'll just say something told me to move over towards the right, because there was like a light wind that came through and it kind of like moved or tussled the leaves that were on the least path traveled. So when I pulled it up, I noticed that it was very dark, but everything, all of the sins, all of the 7 sins, they were very light, and they were very bright. They were very like alluring, or come this way, or you should pick this. Like it was very, they created it in a way so that way it could become addicted to you, so that way you will feel comfortable with just going towards whatever one it was. That wasn't successful. There was, like I said, the 8th path was there, but it was completely hidden, but it was like the golden path. But the only thing about it was that the path was completely immersed in darkness. And you decided to, or I decided in the dream state, I decided to go into the into there. And then when I got down there, the tunnel started to get real light or lighter. So it was dark at first, but as I continued like walking towards this path, the road got really brighter at the end here. So this is why they are trying to frame you with bad habits here, because it's like you're at the end of the tunnel, and it's like, it's just, you make them look bad. You make them look bad. So yeah, you're free here, okay? You could be free mentally, physically, emotionally, financially here, okay? There's no more trickery here. And they know there's no more trickery, but they're trying to re-trick you into staying in that same spot. So they're trying to bring forth other people. This is why they hired other people here, because they feel like the more temptation from other people when it's just you against them, the more they feel that you would have succumb to their advances, their lures or their threats, you know, and it didn't work. Look, solitude is here. You did it by yourself. You didn't, with the help of the, you know, whoever you connect with, your divine God, Jesus, whoever you know, connect with here. But yeah, I hear by the grace of God, I got through this by the grace of God. That's what I heard. That's what I just heard. They thought by putting you by yourself, or isolating you by yourself, it was going to put you in a position where you may act out or act bad, because you're not with anyone. You're by yourself. You're sitting in a room, could be, you know, with no TV on or whatever the case may be, whatever the environment was. But they wanted to make the environment very, very, very unpleasant. But they didn't realize that by putting you in this room or in a room by yourself, that's when you truly thrive, because you really heavily relied on your mind, i.e. your imagination, your intuition, your intentions, and that's what made your gift strong or stronger when you were young. That makes sense. So when things would happen, when things would go awry, you will start to speak, because, hey, you sticking me in a room by myself for all this time. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here. Things I'm going to start to be thinking of, or thoughts are going to be starting to come through. You get an idea, and a child's imagination or intentions or their manifestation is very strong if you just allow them to grow. Meaning, don't create no kind of unnecessary environments for them. Don't make them sad. Like, don't intentionally make them sad. Don't intentionally make them mad. Just let them be. They're like a flower. Love on them, nurture them, watch them grow, and you'll be like, wow, and you just be amazed, you know? They did not want that for you. So this is why they felt that the isolation tactic would have worked here, and you would have felt some type of way where it would have kind of pushed you or to fall into line in regards to what the whole family dynamic was doing here. So there's different types of family member. I understand this is not your family, okay? I understand that. I'm only saying it for depiction purposes. I don't know why I got to make that clear, but that just felt very hard on my chest for me. I just have to say that. It's for depiction purposes only. If you don't know what depiction means, please look it up. It's for depiction purposes only, okay? Anywho, now, the family here that you grew up with, okay? Again, yes, they thought that by sticking you by yourself, that it would have benefited them while they went out to eat, and they went shopping and things of that nature, and you're seeing all these things coming in, and you're like watching, like they were trying to develop a response, a really negative response, because it's like once we get the collective back in line, then the collective can get whatever they want. So if you want to go get money or this and that, they will teach you the negative ways. But they really feel like, because since you were very different since young, or from young here, that it was a lot of work that needs to be done with you, or more so to reprogram you in regards to their way of living or their way of thinking. So all they knew how to do was abuse and just put you by yourself. And they feel like, well, the more that you're by yourself, the more that you're alone, you're going to want that attention from someone. You're going to crave that attention from someone, to the point where they feel like if they left you alone for a long time here, that it will put you in a position where you be like, you know, I figured I'll just whatever. Okay, yeah, I crave, I did, you know what I mean? But you learn how to really sit with yourself here, and that's what saves you from these individuals here, because it really truly help you to be in tune with your intuition. It's your intuition that saved your life. I'm telling you, the subconscious. Yeah, your subconscious saved your life. You know what they were doing was wrong. You may have even vocalized it, and they didn't like that you were vocalizing what they were doing in the incorrect way. They didn't like it because you're not supposed to speak truth. We don't speak the truth. That makes sense. They don't speak the truth, so they don't want you to speak the truth. How is it that you're the only person out of all of them speaking truth and everybody else lying? They're gonna think that that's making them look bad on them. Take that back. Tongue tied. They don't want you to tell the truth, and they're known for just telling lies because it makes them look bad in regards to what you're doing differently. Y'all are from two different worlds, two different lifestyles, however, etc., etc. And if you're going to be a part of this dynamic of a family here, then you need to follow the rules. And that's where the abuse came in. That's where the alone time and the isolation and things came in here. It was just something about you just not listening. It's like you don't listen, but you do listen. You just don't listen to what they're saying because you know what they're saying is incorrect. You do listen, and you listen very well, but it's like their listening is very, very, very low. Like their comprehension skills and styles are very low. So when you hear the word listen, you hear it in a different way or a different tune versus their listening. So I'll give you an example. You don't listen. They're saying that with vigor or such force, meaning they want you to do it as I say, right? Because if you have to yell or scream or project at me to do something, that means I'm telling you in a much more stern way that it has to be this way. I'm more direct, I'm more firm, I'm more serious. You understand where I'm coming from, if that makes sense. So they would use that exercise daily or however to ensure that you hear their tone, you see their body language, you know, things to make you look weaker than them. So they can always feel like they had the upper hand versus someone says, man, you don't listen or you're not listening, meaning if you put it in that way, it's more calm, meaning like, okay, I understand what you're saying, but there's another way to do this. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to change the trajectory as to how this person sees things. Like I always feel that there's always a way to say things. There's always a way to say things, whether it's in a good way or a bad way. But there's a way that you say things to get your point across. And these people here, in this family dynamic here, thought that the only way to get their point across was with strong force or stern force. Yeah, and this is why you felt abused. Because it's like they wanted to beat that goodness out of you, which makes no sense to me because they're the ones that be going to church. It's not going to resonate for everybody, okay? But for some of these family members here, they would do all these crazy things towards you here, and then they would go to church on Sunday like nothing happened. It just doesn't make sense. Like you stay quiet. You never speak about what's going on in the household. And I think that's the opposite. I think you should speak about what's going on in the household here. How are you going to get out of the situation if no one else is aware of what's going on? If they telling you something like that, that's telling you right there, or that's a red flag there that says or states that they don't want you to let people know what you got going on. Why you want to keep abuse or violence hidden behind the scenes? If somebody telling you that, let's pick sense out of nonsense. Somebody is doing something really crazy to you or weird to you in a negative, baneful way, and they're telling you what goes on in this house stays in this house here. That means that something is going on in a way that they don't want other people to be aware in regards to the negative things that they're doing towards you. That's a red flag. That's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. You don't talk about this abuse. You don't this, you don't that. Because they don't want people to see them in that such way. They don't want people to know that they're an abuser. They don't want people to know that they're violent because these are the type of people that look up to them. It's all a facade. It's all a facade. And you broke through the facade and they can't stand that because now everybody see them for what they are. And it's eating them alive. It literally taking their breath away. Like, true facts. It's even making people literally physically sick. The truth can really, truly make a person physically sick. I'm going to keep saying it because it's the truth. You ever take something so raw and gritty and all you want to do is like... That's how the truth is. And especially if the truth keeps coming out daily and all you can see is the truth, that can make somebody physically sick, man, for real. And that's what's happening to these group of people here. They're physically sick. And they're doing the things that they wanted you to do. The drugs, the sex. Some people are having sex. Some people have an incurable STD. Some people are doing drugs. They high off of drugs. They're addicted to drugs. Some people are using alcohol. They're addicted to alcohol. They can't get out of it. They are in shambles. They are in shambles because of the facade they wanted to continue on. And these are the things that they were doing already in the dark. But now that the truth is out, now you can truly see who they really are. These individuals that's out there that's effing every time, Percy, Henry, Mary, whoever, however. The next set of them, they drinking alcohol to no oblivion. They just drink, and they just lush all over, smelling ripe and just lush. The next group there, they're on drugs and they're doing all different types of things. They're getting high and oversleeping and just letting life pass them by. This is how this whole family dynamic that you may have grew under or whatever, however, raised with here. That's how they were in the quiet or in the dark. And then you had some that were abusers. You had some that were pedophiles. It's just a whole bloodline of just trash. It is what it is. It's a bloodline of just trash behavior. Trash conditioning and trash of control, and they didn't have anything. They didn't have control over anything. And then you come into this dynamic here, just as you come into the dynamic of this family, which where you were sent from the divine, like, all right, you gotta go here. And like, oh, okay. And you come down, you do what you gotta do here, and they don't like it, and you changing it all, it makes them look bad. Because they can't do what they normally do quietly now because you out there yep. And you need to yep. So people can know who they truly are. The hell? I always hated that what goes on in this house stays in this house. That's a threat. That's a threat for control. Because you know exactly what you're doing quietly behind the scenes. You're doing things in a very negative way, and you don't want other people to be aware as to who you truly are behind the scenes. Anytime anybody ever say any type of foolishness near you, say any foolishness like that towards you, that is a huge red flag. And I hope that you can see, and I hope you can skedaddle the hell up out of there. That's crazy. They try to frame you of bad habits, of their bad habits. They try to frame you of their bad habits. That's all what's going on in this house here. This is a lot. Some of you guys were, went through some sexual trauma. I'll put it in that way. Some of you guys were abused. Some of you guys were poisoned. Like they did everything that the family did. They tried everything that they carried within this bloodline. They tried on you, and they looking at you in amazement because all the things that they pushed towards you that they're doing, it never touched you. It never fazed you. It didn't destroy you like they thought it would. Loss is in reverse. All the sex, all the drugs, all the alcohol, all the things that they were doing, they all came together with, because that's all they knew. That makes sense. A person can attempt to destroy you with only with what they know. And if all they know is negative BS, that's all they're going to be using against you. Alcohol. Do you drink alcohol? No, well, then that ain't going to affect you. Drugs. Do you do drugs? No. Okay. Well, if you don't do drugs, that's not going to affect you. Sex. Okay. Are you on a horn bug? No. Or mainly you guys are celibate. That's not going to affect you. You see what I mean? They're only trying to affect you with things that they know is going to work out. And if you're not doing the things that they're doing, it's not going to affect you. It's just not. So again, who's the dumb one? But okay, all right, okay. And they're looking at you like, what the F? What are you? What, why aren't you this? And why aren't you that? You should. You ain't got to do nothing you don't want to do. You don't. They try to force you into situations that they were in or that they are in. So the things that they were doing will be more believable, or the things that they were saying about you to other people will be more believable because they wanted you to feel how they feel. But they just wanted you to be the scapegoat for it. No. No. People come around me with alcohol. I may have like 1 or 2 little drinks. I'm not no heavy drinker. A little 1 or 2. That's why I say I don't drink, because a wine cooler be, man, I'd be like, God. So no, I don't, no, I can't with that alcohol. So a lot of people, I could be in a room with people, all people just drinking alcohol, many different types. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And I sit there drinking my water or my little whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I know control of self. I can control myself in many, many variations of life. Never go against myself, because I know what happens if I go against myself. I can self-destruct, and I will never, ever self-destruct for anybody. Not even me. Period. I'll never do it. That's a Scout's honor that I made to myself. I would never self-sabotage against myself, ever. No. No. Anywho, they wanted you to self-sabotage like how they were self-sabotaging. And you just keep rising above it with this transformation here. What are you? What's going on with you? Why are this and why? You know what I mean? They're questioning you now. Now they're developing different types of perspectives, negative perspectives in regards to you, because you're not like them. You're not out there doing the things that they're doing here. So it's making them look crazy, because they're out there saying that you were doing the things that they were doing and you weren't. And this is why they were going so hard and trying to keep you quiet, or to try to shut you up here, because you're not like them. You're not. You're not like them. And they need for you to be like them so the thing can continue on. But it's not going to continue on. It ends. And this is why some of these individuals here are really losing their mind here. They're losing their mind because they can't beat you at their own game. Or they're losing their mind because they can't beat you at the game that they created for you. Can't beat you at all. It was so bad that some of these individuals, again, it's not going to resonate for everybody, okay? That's why I've been turning off the comments, because I just resonates, I'm like, okay, I'm turning off the comments, okay? But anywho, another thing they tried to do is, because you were so, like, chill, like, you're not out there, you don't do no crazy stuff, you're not into no weird stuff, you just you, and you just tap to your own beat. They even went as far as trying to get you infected by putting you amongst a third party, or making you become a third party. They tried everything possible, and you were still able to see everything that they did, everything. And you're calling it out one by one, and they can't stand that. They cannot stand the truth at all. They cannot. It really, it drives them up a wall, and it just makes them go even further or harder or harsher in attempting to destroy you. But at the end of it all, they completely destroy themselves. All this energy that they're exerting and is going nowhere. What do you think is going to happen if you have all this stopped up energy here that just keeps growing, amassing in growth? What do you think is going to happen? It's going to pop, or it's going to burst. That's what's happening. That toxicity is bursting because they don't have no chill button. They don't know how to chill. They don't know how to chill. They life in shambles, boo. Hiding something, jealous. Imagine somebody jealous of you because you don't want to have sex with other people. Imagine that, when you can just do the same thing. Don't do it. You see what I mean? So they're jealous of you because you don't want to be a secret lover. Who wants, this is not a flex. This is a flex? Come on. This ain't no flex. A frenemy here, a Capricorn. That's a rival competition Ain't no competition, but you get my drift. Cold-hearted, it's an emperor. So it could be a masculine versus a masculine, or it could be a feminine versus a masculine, however it resonates. So it could be a man versus a man. A man got issues with another man, or it could be a man got issues with a woman. It's a fake emperor here. So however it resonates in your story here. But there's a Capricorn here that is jealous. Secret lover, frenemy? Let me see something here. They're a frenemy here. They had a secret lover. They're jealous. Or they're jealous because you don't want to be in a secret lover. You don't want to be a secret lover of whatever BS they got going on here. So they made you a frenemy. And this person is... This person's in shambles. Do you hear me? They are self-destructing. It's bad. It's horrible. Their ending is horrible. They can't stand it. They can't stand the fact that they cannot control you. You making this person bust at the damn seams. Your truth, the way you are speaking your truth is making this person completely incapacitated because they don't know how to express themselves. It's like, stop, please, stop. They think you're doing something towards them. The truth is like a spell. There are truth spells, however way you want to look at it. But they actively think that you actually did something, some kind of spell on them because of the way they're feeling or how they're not doing well. And I don't feel no spell work. I don't feel no spell work from the collective side. I don't feel no spell work. A Sagittarius is involved. So you could be or they could be. Financial success is in reverse. Your truth got people in shambles. Your truth got people in shambles. Emotionally exhausted to no end, child. They can't keep up with your truth because of all the lies they spoke against you. Shocking message, of course. Of course that'll be a shocking message. Not to you, to them. They were so comfortable in their lies and their 7 sins of whatever mess that they're in, drugs, sex, da-da-da. And it's like, well, if we're doing it, you got to do it too. They try to manipulate you. They try to put you in control so you could be doing what they're doing. Imagine someone fighting you down because you refuse to be negative. You refuse to cause harm to yourself. And they fighting you down for that. They willing to go to war with you over you. Ain't that something? This is crazy. This person like STD, this person is programmed. They came into your life and they were programmed to destroy you by any means necessary. But they're being destroyed by any means necessary. Look at the way this person is acting, bruh. They are out of control. This person is like I'm trying to think of a word. All right, B-O-M-B-E-R, man, okay? B-O-M-B-E-R, man, okay? Remember that game? So that game there, like this person is like that. They're just waiting to just combust. It's like any day now. I'm so serious. It's any day now. Damn. It's any day now. This person is going through, I'm telling you, they have the anger, this toxic family here, or however it resonates here. They don't have any good luck here. This black magic backfired. It backfired on a friend. It backfired on family. You're not in communication with these individuals. They're unemployed. They're not talking about it. They're stressed out. They are so confused. They are so confused as to how all this is going on here. Because they really thought the plan that they had for themselves was going to work on you. How? If you don't even partake in the type of things that they do. They never had a chance. This is why they went so hard in trying to enforce it or control or push you into it. So that way you do succumb to it. That's where the fear and control tactics come from, because when a person wants you to do something the way they want you to do it. They're going to ensure that there's some kind of force involved. That's the only way it's going to work. And if that's all they know, they want to keep doing it over and over and over and over to no end, to the point or to the end where they self-destruct of themselves. That's what's happening here. This is a message. This person is whoever this Capricorn or Sagittarius is. They are in denial. They are in denial. Like, what? What do you mean? They really thought that you was doing what they were doing. No. That ain't your type time. Ew. So when they realized that it was not your type time, now they want to enforce, well, since you're not going to listen, well, I'm going to push it on you. You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how you look. You just can't do that. You're not going to put me into no form of submission or control. You can't, boo. Because that's going to be a fight to the end where you are going to self-destruct, not me. I got it together. Clearly, you don't, Karmic. So it's not going to work, stank a front or stank a butt. However, wherever your stank come from, the front or the back, I don't know, child. Anywho, we got message of concern here. That's just a huge message of concern. They paid people to put you here, and it's going to end up with this person here. It's a message of concern, or that could be the message of concern here because they're so much in despair they can't take it anymore. Whoever this low vibrational Capricorn or Sag, they can't take it anymore because they know they're in jail. They did a lot of things to put you in a really messed up situation, in all negativity. They went all out because that's all they knew. That's all they knew. They don't know nothing about being good. They don't know anything about being great. All they know is negativity and bad stuff. And this is why they feel so imprisoned here. For some of you guys, there was a child or children that's involved here through a courtship here, and they thought that would have changed the dynamic of the situation here. They thought that if they were to have a child or kids with you here, that you would be more into submission or control, and it still didn't work. So it's like, well, what? That's how this person or this group of people are acting here. However it resonates in your story. However it resonates. But they can't fathom they can't fathom it. It's just, what do you mean? I did this, I did this, I did that, we did this, nothing at all, nothing is working, nothing is like that. Like, what do you mean nothing is not working? That's how they are right now. They frantic, they paranoid, they only worrying about themselves right now. And the more that they only worry about themselves, the more they self-sabotage themselves. Because now they're trying to get out of their mind. They're trying to get out of this maze of confusion in their mind. Pitiful child. They tried everything. Having a child with you, taking away your money, taking away your living space, getting you messed up in car situations, car accidents, repossessions, etc., etc. They wanted to put you in so many different deficits of life that when it did occur for some of you guys, you overcame the deficits of life and you became the asset in your life. They wanted you to be an asset to them, but wanted you to be a deficit to yourself. No, that's not how this works at all. It's not how this works at all. And they wanted you to trust them with your asset, meaning you as a person. They wanted you to trust them more than you trust yourself. And this is why they were going so hard and trying to take your asset, meaning take you away from you. Because if you're not going to listen to me, well, then I'm going to go ahead and take everything from you. But all they did was take the external things away from you. They didn't take anything out from you internally. That's what they wanted, but they failed. Man. Because all they thought was external anyways. All they thought was materialistic. Well, if you ain't got no car, then people gonna laugh at you. Okay, you don't have a car. People ride the bus and train every day, B. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, if you ain't got no house, people gonna laugh at you. People are sometimes in sticky situations that can relate, have been homeless. I've been homeless before. I've been bouncing from home to home with my kids and stuff like that because of what my ex-husband and my ex-family did to me. So yeah, I can relate to that. I'm not embarrassed about it. Hey, it is what it is. Okay. So, you know what I mean? So they were trying everything possible to take everything from you and then go and tell people, yeah, see, they don't got nothing. But you never looked at life like that. You never looked at life as materialistic, because there's more to life than just being materialistic. Yeah, it's cool and all, but it's more to life than being materialistic. So when they thought they took everything away from you, they thought you were going to self-destruct. Well, why would you self-destruct? Because you can get those things back, the materialistic things, right? And you guys, some of you guys, most of you guys, however resonates in the collective, are either on the verge of retrieving those things back, or you already received those things back. So I lost my car. My car was repossessed. I was pregnant with my 4th child. So they came in the middle of the night, between 2:30 or so. You know, we got to come get the car. Okay. And they let me take my things out of my car. Took my things out my car, whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna figure it out how y'all figure it out. And I was out with a car for like a good maybe 5 years or something like that. I was never embarrassed. I did what I had to do, and I did it well. When I moved out of states, I was with my kids at the time, and the daycare was not too far, but I had a double stroller, and I made that baby work, boo. I had friends in where I was living in the next state over, and they would help me get to the grocery store and stuff like that. I would pay them to help me. You know what I mean? So I made a way. So just because they took a lot of things, I'll just use me as an example. They took a lot of things from me. It didn't make, I was like, oh, okay, well, dang, you know what I mean? It didn't really make me feel no way, because now I'm in a position in the space where I have much, much more greater things than the things that they so-called took from me. Those were just baby things. Those were baby steps. And I'm way past the things that they wanted or they had set up for me. It didn't work. So they really thought by taking materialistic things from you, collective, that would have been the end all be all. But why would it be? Because you can just get it back. You get it back. And when you do get it back, it's going to be even greater. So, okay, take it. It's tripping them up that you not tripped up. For some of you guys, they could have tried to get you hooked on drugs. If you were like smoking weed and things of that nature, they may have laced your weed with something. They try to get you hooked on drugs. They tried everything possible, bruh. They tried sleeping with other people, being infected, knowing that they infected. They trying to come and infect you. These people are nasty. You hear me? They nasty. Which is why I would never go out of my way for somebody like this. I would give you no energy. I'm gonna tell you about yourself, then I'm gonna go about my life. But in regards to intermingling and hanging around these type of cesspits of S-H-I-T, I refuse. I refuse. They tried everything to tarnish you internally. They tarnish you externally, so they thought, well, if we took everything else from this person, what else is there? Now they trying to come for your light. Now you ain't listening, you ain't doing nothing, this the end all be all, now you gotta go. This is not how this works, karmic. And if anything, if you pushing for someone to go, it's gonna be you, boo. And we all going to see. And I'm not sugarcoating it here, because you're going to get a phone call that someone is in despair here in regards to the decision that they make because they could no longer control you here. It is what it is. Someone's in their head here, in their mind here. They can't take it anymore, and they go ahead and they pre-transition out here. Because they just can't understand. They can't, they don't, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean I can't control the collective? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean I can't control it? What do you mean? I did everything. That's how this person going right now. So far as a Sag or a Capricorn. This person at their wit's end. Joy and light is in reverse. They have no joy or no light in their heart. They can't tolerate you at all because you bypass everything. Of course you're going to bypass everything because that's not your nature to begin with. You're not a person that smoke. You're not a person that drink. You're not a person that party. You're not a person that do all that extra stuff. You ain't got to be extra. You don't do that extra stuff. You don't need to do all that to feel good about yourself. They do. They need an entourage of people to feel good about themselves. You don't. That's why they work together in a group, because they feel better when other people are feeling and thinking the same exact way as they are, and they feel like it's going to be more successful. More of them and just one of you, and they still failed. They got karma here. That's why they going through karma. You going to get a phone call. I'm not sugarcoating it, man. Somebody going to pre-transition out. They can't take it no more. Hey, they can't take it no more. What do you want me to say? They can't take it no more. And they just gonna leave everything behind, because all they care about is just themselves. Once again. Seeing you get justice is what? What are you talking about? The collective get justice? No, not the collective. I did all these things to the collective, and the collective still getting justice? Yeah, because the truth gonna always the truth gonna always prevail. And if you speak the truth, what do you think is gonna happen to you? You will prevail. True facts. Truth will prevail. That's true facts. True statement. True statement. All right. That's a true statement. We have 5 of Cups here. They're in so much regret. They're in regret because they got caught. They even got caught of the trying to unalive you. They got caught in that. There's a plot. There was a plot. They took it that far. The plot was to unalive you because you just would not listen. Not number one, you wouldn't listen. Number two, you telling people who they are. And neither of what they tried to manifest is not going to work on you, but it's going to work on them. They try to get you to be to get you to be pre-transitional as well on your own. They tried everything, and all that is happening to this person or this group of people now. And now they're in the two of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like they can't balance anything. Their money is messed up. Their money is shot. They feel overwhelmed. 5 of Swords. They're in conflict. Conflict that they can't get out of. You can't get out of it. But you did. Why did you think you did? You never did it to begin with. It wasn't your flavor to begin with. It wasn't yours to begin with. And for the ones that actually went through situations where you may have been drugged and you may have had a habit at one point in time, you're kicking the habit, or more so, you turned your life around. So you're still included in the divine collective, okay? So you're still included in this. For some of you guys that went through some situations where you may have been hooked on substance, okay? But you realize that it wasn't for you because it was never for you to begin with. It was pushed onto you to make you be like them. And you were able to, the urge to get better or get stronger the call was stronger than the addiction. And when you answered the call, you turned the wheel. And for some of you guys, they're amazed by that because they really thought they had you. Sad. They went as far as poisoning your food. They took everything from you. Okay, well, I took everything from you. Now let's damage the insides. That's crazy. They're trying to take your life away from you because you won't listen to them. That's crazy. I ain't never hear no crazy stuff like that. That's crazy. Because you won't listen to them. So they want to be reckless and violent, but they don't want people to know that they're reckless and violent. So that's why they're trying to set you up to make you look like you're the reckless and violent one. It's all a game to these people, man. It's all a game. And once you're able to see the game, you're like, man, I'm not playing that weird ass. I'm not playing that weird caca with you. I'm not playing that with you. The world is in reverse. They failed. After many attempts, they failed. They in their head, boo. Every negative tactic, every sin that they were aware of, that they knew how to do, they thought they mastered that sin. And they thought that every sin that they come with towards you with, it was going to completely destroy you. And it did not. And when I say sin, I mean negativity. I mean, like, the drugs, the heavy drugs, the drinking, things of that nature. Things that can have an adverse effect on your body. Okay? They wanted you to be all the way with it. 100% full throttle with that addiction or whatever addiction. They did not play because they were doing it. And because they were masterful at doing their addiction, yeah, well, I'm going to teach you the game. I'm going to show you the game. That's all they know. So, yeah, they're going to try to show you how to do this stuff in a negative way because that's all they know. And you coming along with a whole different attitude, a whole different perspective with your la-di-da self, la-di-da self. You're like, nah, I'm not doing that. Well, if that happens, that's going to happen to me. I don't want that. And you started to use your mind, your logic. You allowed to separate the logic versus the emotions here. You're a very logical person. Emotions, yeah, your emotions are intact too, but you know when to turn on and off your emotions. You know how to, you know how to do this. They don't. But they flipping out behind the seams. They foaming at the mouth behind the seams, and it's going to spill out where everybody is going to see because they cannot control you. See, they wanted to control you in private, but because of all the things that's not happening to you, they're making it known publicly because of their actions towards you. Again, they're self-sabotaging themselves. These people don't make sense, bro. If you're not budging, you're not moving, and all they keep doing is trying to, and they're calling on other people. They're adding in other people. Word of mouth is spreading. People are learning more about you. People are watching you. People are like, well, you're saying this and you're saying that, and you want us to do this towards this person and that. I promise you, probably be a whole community of people they done hired, child, to try to do something against you. And everybody looking like, yo, what is going on here? What's really going on? This person... Everything is going back towards this group or this person here. They can't even stay out their mind. They in the 9 of Swords, bruh. They can't even stay out their mind. They having nightmares of not being able to beat you, not being able to have you in a form of some very dark submission. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Crazy. A 3 of Pentacles. They paid people to get stuff on you. They paid people to get you hooked on certain things. They paid people to get you to basically destroy yourself because they couldn't do it, so they needed more help to ensure that they could do it. And they failed. They failed. Judgment is in reverse. And guess what? They hired the same type of people that were doing what they were doing. Again, they're not smart because they think that because they're doing all the same thing, the drugs, the sex, and the promiscuity and all that other stuff here, that if we have more people doing the same thing here and it's just one of the collective here, they don't have a choice but to succumb to it. But why would you succumb to it if it's not something that you don't even do? It's not on your radar. That's not your type time. It don't affect you because you don't do it. If that makes sense. They don't see life in the way you see life. They see life in a very boxed way. And that's one of my pet peeves, boxed in mindsets. I can't stand that. It's just, I can't stand it. It's like, oh my God, go away, get away from me. Just get away from me because it's just, they have such a lack of the way they think. It's pitiful. It's pitiful. Chariot is in reverse. They thought by getting more people that did what they did in a negative fashion, that would force you to do what they're doing, and it did not. They running out of time. They running out of steam. They going broke, trying to control you. Trying to control you. They going broke, trying to control you, when they can just leave you alone. Listen to me. It's done. This It's so done. And this is why they're blaming you for everything, because they can't beat you. So they have to blame you because they can't beat you. Something's wrong with you that I can't beat you. Why can't I beat you? You're different. You're weird. You're this. It doesn't make sense the way these people think, child. It just doesn't. But anywho, we have the Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, the Death card, the Ten of Pentacles. Man, they are done. Ten of Swords. The Five of Pentacles, poor. They're going broke, they're in their mind trying every which way to control you. They don't know how, what? Wait, what? I need to control the collective. I need to this, I need to that. And they're still failing. Ten of Swords, they're in their head. Okay. Five of Pentacles, no money, the death, the ending of it all. That was the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They lost all of their savings. They have no job. They have no backup, no anything like that. And then the Ace of Pentacles, they lost the opportunity here. And so because they lost the opportunity here, that's where they're going to put themselves. I'm going to get a phone call. I'm sorry, but hey, it's very strong. Hey, could be a Capricorn. Only two signs that came out so far was Capricorn and Sagittarius. Somebody is weak-minded, child. Low vibrational. They can't take this no more. They're trying to control you. And while they're trying to control you, other people are aware that they're trying to control you. So now they got unwanted attention from the same person or the same people that they did not want to receive. And they blame you for it all. You didn't do any of this. You didn't do any of this. You try to leave this person alone. You ignore this person. You went about your life. This person's trying to be a pest in your life. And they about, you know what, child? Child, this game is over. This game is over. Like everything's coming to a head. Somebody could be golfing at Hilton. I think it's called Hilton Head in South Carolina. It's a golf course. You could be from South Carolina. This person was a huge red flag. This is a green flag is in reverse. They were a huge red flag. And they did everything possible to cover their tracks. They even went through family members. Family members worked alongside with this person. However it resonates in your story. They were willing to do anything possible to ensure that what they said about you was the absolute truth. They didn't care. They did not care by any means necessary. And look what happens when you don't care. You self-sabotage by any means necessary. They triggered. They triggered because they can't beat you. Because all of the masterful negative things that they have mastered in their life, it always got them to the top. It always made them exceed in life. And you come along and they're not able to do that with you. No, something off with you. Something not right with you. The people are going crazy. Like, for real, true life crazy. Because they can't beat you. Mental illness is a real thing. Weird. You see what I'm talking about? Moon sign. But weird means having power to control fate, chance, fortune, or destiny. And they always called you weird. Oh, goodness gracious. Moon sign represents family. You can represent a mother figure. Can represent your menstrual cycle. Can represent emotions, shadows. The moon regulates our emotions. It can help regulate our emotions. It can help us dive deep into our shadows as well. because there are two parts to you. There's the sun and then there's the moon, right? The sun is the part where you represent the lights, the whole illuminating of things. And then the darker part is the moon, right? The moon only comes out at night, or is more visible at nighttime. You know, they all have its purpose. They all do. Everything is interconnected. Everything has a purpose. Feelings is in reverse. They don't have, man, I mean, they don't have control over their feelings. Feelings is conscious emotions. They're not conscious of their emotions. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, this person, it's to the point, this person or group of people now, they eat, breathe, and sleep you 24/7. 24/7. They don't take time to eat. They don't take time to sleep. It's that bad. It's crucial. They're at that crucial point now. Yeah, they're at that crucial point. They're at that crucial point, really trying to save their reputation, but it can't be saved because they doing it. They out here, they self-destructing, child. That's the best way I can explain it. They are so, they are self-destructing really bad. I'm just doing one of the, okay, never mind. I heard you two rounds of these. All right, somebody could be from Hawaii. Someone's name is Helena. Someone's name is Gay. G-A-Y-E. Could be Gail. Okay, it could be your last name. I'm hearing Harpoon. I'm hearing Benhurst. Here's the Bronx. What up, Bronx? I'm hearing Easy-E. Oh, this could be happening to a person of color. POC. Someone's name is Benny. Benson. I'm hearing Tilex, Mountain Dew, Filament. From your bulb, filaments, F-I-L-A-M-E-N-T. So somebody could be studying up on like Thomas Jefferson or something like that. Or you're studying up about electric or electricity. Something about someone's electric, okay? Oh, it's going to be paid on time? Okay. We got Mexico. Your electric is going to be paid on time. You may ride a bike, or you may be learning how to ride a bike, or you may be getting things that you weren't able to receive when you were a young child. So it's like you're healing your inner child, okay? Someone's name is Raven, Trevor, Traylin, Gunner, Jackie, Jacqueline, George, Fernandad, CNN, Cartoon Network. I'm hearing the word Azul, A-Z-U-L. Child. Someone's name is Kia, Kia. Someone's buying an air fryer. All right, we got Cancer, 5th house, Neptune. 6th house, Scorpio, Mars. All right, we got Sag, actual Sag, 7th house. Okay. All right, we got Leo. So these are the people that's involved. Gemini, Capricorn and Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Libra, let's do 2 more. Taurus, 1 more. Sag, okay? Strong Sag and strong Capricorn. So if that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till next time.